We are live. All right. I don't know how many people are watching or if anyone's watching yet, but if you catch the replay, welcome. It's been a while since I did a live stream. So, and I'm all out of content. So I figured, why not do a live stream? And I've got a guest with me today. She probably wants to be on my channel more than I want her to be on my channel. She's been just begging. She's giving me the finger in the background. But yeah, this is the first time I've ever had royalty on my channel. Royalty. She's the queen of an entire country. Oh my goodness. I have the queen of the Netherlands. She's that girl that reads comics. Please welcome SANIMATION.
Hello.
What is going on?
Hello. Well, not just of the Netherlands. I just like to consider myself the queen, so of anything. Thank you.
Everything. Yeah. I forgot to tell people. Mad Spidey's in the house. What's going on, mate? I forgot to tell people to bow down before I eat.
I forgot my crown. I just tried to be modest right now.
All right. First question, actually, I want to ask you: do you guys have mosquitoes over there?
Duh.
You do?
Especially in the summer.
Yeah. Okay. Because there's a mosquito in this room, and it's biting the crap out of me. My arm is like literally got lumps all over it, and I can't. Yeah, it's stressing me out. So
getting stopped while live. That's something new.
Yeah, it is. Okay. So, thank you for the 2 viewers watching at the moment. We're going to talk about what we've been reading recently. But before we get and we're also going to do a cover battle. Yes, a cover battle, but it's gonna be a special cover battle tonight. But before we start talking about our recent reads, I figured I just want to show, because originally my idea to do a stream with you was just I was going to show you. Hey Tyler, what's going on? I was going to just do a book haul where I just showed you my book and just talk crap and hang out. But I didn't pick up my books this week. So did you pick up books this week?
No, because I'm down with the sickness.
Oh, that's right. You are down with the sickness. She's got the COVID.
No, I don't. I was tested negative. It fits my personality, right? Negative person.
All right. So I just got a couple of books I want to show. There's only 4, so there's nothing biggie. Just to get warmed up. So I posted this on my Instagram earlier. I bought this off eBay. It's the first appearance of Bluebird. Do you know the character Bluebird, Sana?
I only know Blueberry.
Blueberry? Okay, so Bluebird's a cool Batman character. I kind of like her just because her character, Harper Row, she's like an alternative chick. She's got like blue hair and like piercings. I was like, oh, I like her. So like, yeah, I got her first. And it's signed by Scott Snyder and James Tynan, which is pretty cool. And it's got some really nice spine ticks here. I don't know if you can see them, but yeah, I paid a lot of money for a book that's got giant spine ticks. Awesome.
This is the way.
The way. Captain Marvel is your guest. Oh.
Ooh.
That's right. Oh, shit, I didn't even notice that. Wait, did you just put that? Were you wearing that the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't even pick up on that. Very good.
Simon cares about his guests. He's not even looking at you.
Hey, Mad Spidey, he's also a Simon. He's the not so simple Simon.
That's you.
All right. No, that's the other one. Okay. This next one is an interesting one. So I bought this off eBay as well. I bought it. This one is a little bit older, right? So this, I think I found out. So I first saw this book. Do you know the Bearded Comic Bro? He bought this book and he was talking about how I think it's the second appearance of Kite Man. Yeah, Kite Man. You know Kite Man?
I heard Keys talk about him.
Yeah, Keys loves some Kite Man. I think Keys should play Kite Man if they make a movie. So yeah, so I think it's meant to be his second appearance, which is kind of cool. And I guess it's his first cover appearance, I believe, because he's not on the cover of these first appearances.
So. You got money in your hands.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's really not that good. But I just thought it was good to have because Kite Man is very funny. Have you watched the Harley Quinn series?
No.
You'd like it. Like even if you don't, no, you don't want some Harley, right?
I do.
It's really funny. I reckon you'd really love it, to be honest.
Well, I have to find it online then somewhere.
Yeah, just download it. That's what I did. Hey, what's going on? We got the
Pirate.
Kanto comic kid in the
Oh,
house.
Neho.
Kite Man Kite Man is absolutely a killer. He's just so funny. That show is brilliant. Like, if you haven't watched it, you seriously got to get around to it. It took me a while to watch, but
Sorry, I was interrupting you.
Go.
No, I think a lot of people are talking about the animation stuff of DC, that it's better than the actual DCU movies.
Yes, the animation for Harley is different though. So they're talking about the movies, which are based on the stories, the comic stories. But the Harley series is really just like a how do I? Someone in the chat help me out. What would you compare it to? It's kind of like a Adult Swim version of like Harley Quinn and DC and stuff like that. It's really it's just really funny. It's really over the top. There's a lot of swearing. It's not for kids at all.
My type of show.
They swear a lot in it. It is just so funny. All right. This next one, I didn't buy off eBay. I picked this up at the shop. It was a cover buy, but I thought I'd bring it on because I wonder if you had this. I saw it and I was like, oh, I didn't know that this cover was coming out. It's a Jenny Frison cover. Ooh.
Snap.
I hadn't seen it. I just saw it on the shelf. It was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, okay, I'll definitely buy that one. So
that's fire.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. I'm down with the Frison. So I just thought I'd show that one off. Show that one off, you know. Hey, Firehawk, what's going on, mate? New subscriber. Thank you very much. All the DC animated stuff is better than live action. Yeah, the live action stuff is really not great. What's your favorite DCU movie? Or what? Not your favorite. You might not have a favorite. What do you think is the best one out of the? Because obviously all the Marvel ones are great, but what's your favorite DC one? You reckon?
That's a good question. Because it's been a while since I've seen. Well, I did enjoy Batman versus Superman, even though there's a lot of stupidity in it. And I'm like, meh. But especially when Wonder Woman comes in at the end, that was really like, oh fuck yeah!
Introduced to the Wonder Woman music.
Oh yeah, that song is awesome. But also, I also like Man of Steel.
Yeah, I like Man of Steel. I thought Man of Steel was good. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people, I think, are just like, it's not Superman. Like, he does things in it which is not Superman. I'm like, well, I don't know much about Superman because I don't read many Superman comics.
Well, I think with any comic book movie that comes out, people are complaining it's not like the comics, so it's never good enough.
Yeah, I enjoy all of the movies, to be honest, but I wouldn't go out of my way to say any of them are good. Like, I think they got it better. Like, Wonder Woman wasn't bad, but Aquaman was pretty good too. But it wasn't like the Marvel movies are like legit good movies, I think.
Not
most
all.
of them. No.
Yeah.
What don't you like? What Marvel movie don't you like? Because I know a lot of people talk about Thor 2 is crap and all this stuff. I can't really remember it, but I enjoyed all the Thors.
Well, I think the only trilogy that I really enjoyed was the Captain America trilogy.
Okay.
And if you're gonna ask if I like Captain Marvel, but it's mostly because of Brie Larson.
You don't like it because of her?
She's like the Kirsten Stewart that's just dead.
Okay, if you could cast your own Captain Marvel, would there be someone you had in mind?
Yes, and I forgot her name again. Let me look it up. Have you seen Terminator Dark Fate?
Is that the latest one?
Yeah. Yes.
No, I wouldn't mind it. And people didn't say good things about it, but it looks good. I think it looks good. Is it the chick that plays the Terminator, like the?
Yeah, the android-looking chick. Yeah, her name is Mackenzie Davis, and let me just pop up a picture real quick. Like, I could totally see her as Carol Danvers.
That's a good pick. That's not a bad video idea. To just cast her. I actually had that idea with I was thinking of doing a video with Mark where we cast our own Batman movie. Because get this right, I had the weirdest thought. everyone's going to be like, what the hell are you talking about? Or what the hell are you on? But I had this weird thought, right? Not so much for Batman, but I can picture this actor being a Bruce Wayne. And maybe in his younger years. But I had this just weird vision of Keanu Reeves playing Bruce Wayne. That's weird, right? Yeah, people will be like, what the hell? That's crazy. But how good is Keanu Reeves? You cannot deny how cool Keanu Reeves is, right?
He is legit.
So it'd be interesting to see how he goes. Anyway, I got one more book to show you, and I bought this off eBay, and it showed up in this bag, right? Like a plastic parcel bag, no board. It had "Do not bend" written on it. When you picked the bag up, it was like floppy, like it was like a plastic bag that they sent it in. So it's completely totaled, and I paid $100 for this book, and I didn't realize how big it was. But ooh,
I've heard
Barbarella. There's a movie, the old movie. It's like a 70s. No, oh come on, hang on. I've got the Blu-ray somewhere. You don't know Barbarella? Okay, I suppose you're from the Netherlands. You don't know much. So, joking. Anyway, can you hang on? Let's have a look at some images in this book, shall we? Because you're probably wondering. Well, I'm kind of fascinated with the movie. I haven't actually watched the movie yet, but I just saw this book and I was like, I kind of want this. Oh, this is based on the movie.
Wait, hold on. You're fascinated with the movie, but you haven't seen the movie yet?
Well, I've seen a lot of documentaries which talk about the movie. So I think this is scenes in the movie where like they put her in like a pleasuring machine and they try to make her aroused.
See?
Yeah, so it's an interesting sounding movie. And I will read that. Maybe I'll read it before I watch the movie. Okay.
Maybe my book. Like Cyberpunk.
So
to get aroused.
Have you you haven't got it yet, have you?
No. I would only get it for Keanu Reeves.
I was really excited when I first saw the trailers of the game, and especially when they dropped the Keanu Reeves thing, but as soon as they showed that it was a first-person game, I was so let down. I just can't do first-person. I'm not good at it, and it annoys me. It doesn't feel real. You know how the whole idea of first-person is they want it to feel real? It's not real because you're constantly walking into walls and stuff like that, and you don't have the concept of space. I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah, I've been watching some streams, and it's like 50-50 still. Because the game itself, the music, it really gives you that cinematic feel, but
it looks great. The game. I watched my friend. He made a video on it. Cyberpunk. Shout out to Brandon Armstrong. Check him out. He did a video on Cyberpunk, and it was funny. But the gameplay looks really good. I'm just really bad at first-person shooters, so.
Yeah, you spend an hour at creating a character, and you never see the character, only in its reflection. It's like, what?
Exactly, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, my favorite part of video games is actually creating things, like the creation part. So when I used to play video games a lot more, I used to actually like a lot of sports games because I used to like creating my friends. So I'd play like the UFC game, for example, and I'd create all my friends. One of them, I had like 40 created characters that I'd spent like hours on creating and stuff like that. And then I'll do like a sports game where there's teams, and I'll create like all my friends in all different teams, and we can all go up against each other. And it's like what's fun, I think, about video games for me, because you want to feel like you're there, right?
Yeah.
And how can you be more there than having your name in the game? So
maybe you should play The Sims.
Yeah, I'll tell you why I won't play The Sims again. So I played one of The Sims a long time ago on PC. This is a long time ago, and I did go through that phase. You've played it, right? You get addicted to it very easily, right? So I reckon I had a solid maybe 2-3 weeks. Just all I could think about was Sims, right? And I built this house. I had a family. I had a job. I had a kid, right? But it's hard to look after a kid when you've got a job and you got to pay, you got to go to work and put food on the table. And it got to a point where I wasn't looking after my kid very well, and they took my kid from me. It was really emotional. I was like, man, like, you can't just do that. They took my kid, and it was that was it. I couldn't play the game anymore. So hey, Paulo, what's going on, mate? Thank you for joining.
You forgot to call the babysitter.
Yeah.
Sarah, how does it go? Right, something like that. Her intro.
Yeah, so it was just a very emotional time for me when they took my kid from me, and I literally couldn't play the game anymore.
My most evil sim moment is that an entire neighborhood was just only related. Like one guy, I would send him to every house and just bang the woman, and then all the babies would come. So the entire neighborhood was like, it's like a cult almost. There was no one left to bang because we're all related.
Did you ever play Red Dead Redemption?
The first one, yes, on Xbox, but then my Xbox was freezing up. So
the first one was called Red Dead Revolver. Is that the one you're talking about, or are you talking about first Red Dead Redemption?
The first Red Dead Redemption.
Okay, so that game, right? That was another game I couldn't play. I literally played it for a very short time. I'm not into cowboys either, so that didn't help. It looks like a great game. Hey, Con, what's going on Tea Breaker work? Hope everyone's doing well. Mate, working the night shift. Yeah, so it looks like a great game, and I like watching my friends play it, but I played it right. And one of the first missions I had to do was I had to chase this girl on a horse. It's pretty much when you learn how to use your horse. And it's like, oh, you got to chase this girl. And the girl's like, hey, try to keep up with me. And she's riding off on her horse. So I was like, okay. So I'm riding on my horse, and like she's getting further and further away. And I'm like, oh my God, I got to catch her. I got to catch her. I got to catch her. So I'm like running my horse really hard to catch her. And then all of a sudden, my horse dropped dead. Oh, you ran your horse too hard and he died. And I was like, what? What do you mean? That's my horse. That's my pet horse. And the game killed it for me because I ran it too hard. Why wouldn't the horse stop? Why would the horse just be like, I'm tired. I'm going to stop just for a second, right? Why wouldn't the horse do that? Would a horse really run itself until it died? Is that legit? Anyone in the chat know the truth?
Because you're whipping it too hard.
Whipping, okay, yep. Saturday morning
but
doing some
that, right?
Okay, so anyway, with all my heartbreak in my life out of the way, let's talk some comic books. All right, how do you want to do it? Oh wait, how many books have you got? Because maybe we can do like a one you do one, then I do one, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got about five to talk about.
Yeah, same.
And I don't have a lot to say about them either. It's just going to be a quick, I read this. But how many, you got about 5?
Yeah, and it's going to be short as well because I'm still reading them.
Okay, so I'm sure we can talk crap and make it extend out to an hour. So, ladies first. You go first.
All right.
Not lady, but whatever.
What?
Nothing.
Okay, shit. So I just posted a new video and I was talking like maybe this would be the best Justice League book ever because of Witchblade. It was really hard getting through this.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it was just, there was only in the beginning, there's a bit of Sada Pezzini, who's the Witchblade, and then it just, what's her name? The Oracle, the Gordon kid in the wheelchair.
Barbara Gordon, yeah.
Yeah, she goes there and she helps her, and you get the entire Justice League there, and I just couldn't get through it. And suddenly you have the Huntress, who has like Mortal Kombat-ish Witchblade vibes going on. This was cool because I was like, oh, this is like Melina style. And also Wonder Woman has the Witchblade. Where is it? God damn it.
Yeah, the art looks good. Who does the art? Anyone well known do the art, or just some random?
All right, so his name, I don't know who is who, but Len Kaminsky and Mark Pajarillo. Go figure.
I don't know him. Have you heard of him, Mad Spidey? Got any commissions from those guys? Nope. So the story wasn't great.
So
I find as cool as those crossovers are, I think the stories are never ever good, are they?
sometimes no, it's just some really rushed stories, and there's a lot of Witchblade crossovers, and like usually they're all genius, but not this one.
Are they really? Are they really?
No.
Like I guess one thing I'm trying to get at is Witchblade really that good? Is it really that good?
It is. Well, I mean, again, this is 90s nostalgia for me, so because of all the memories, I just maybe romanticize it more, but
Oh, so you read it when you were younger. That
yeah,
makes sense.
back when this came out in the 90s, I was reading it.
Okay.
So
I don't get. I'm going to get a little bit of set. Like when I in the 90s, I did read comic books, but the funny thing is, all the stuff I used to be into, I'm not into now. So I used to think X-Men was cool. I don't read X-Men anymore. I would love Spider-Man, right? So I love Spider-Man, and I'm sorry, Mad Spidey, but I have to tell you this. But ever since I got back into comics, Spider-Man was one of the characters I really want to read again, and I just lost interest in the character for some reason. I don't know why. I don't dislike him, but just reading his series, I read the first 10 issues, and I kind of got bored of it. And was like, I don't know if I care about him anymore. I don't know if he appeals to me anymore.
mm,
But yeah,
I did collect some of the Spider-Man as well when I got back into comics, because it's such a name of also a bit nostalgia, because it was always around, all the 500 different titles of Spider-Man.
Yeah. I do have some Witchblade stuff. So I was saying before we jumped on live, I was saying I should have read one of these Witchblade books before I actually jumped on here with you, so I had some background on your favorite character. Wait, is that a good one to read? Witchblade Origins.
Probably, yeah. I don't
imagine.
know it. I have seen it online somewhere, but because this is just everything that came out in the 90s, so this is the first 10 issues. Well, it's a bit thick for the first 10 issues. Hold on. Well, you can still talk. But
I've got the first trade for the Darkness. Is that good?
Yeah.
I
the Darkness makes its first appearance in Witchblade.
Oh, do you have that first appearance?
Yeah.
Ooh, Money Pit.
I also have the video game.
Witchblade or Darkness?
The Darkness. There was a video. Yeah, it came out in 2008. It was voiced by Mike Patton, who also signed the game for me. So.
Impressive. What other? Do you have collectibles? Yeah, maybe I need to get you on the collectible show one day. All right.
Ooh.
I will go big and yeah, the books I read are really not exciting. I'm leaving the better ones till last, but I didn't read for weeks, like literally weeks. I did not read. So hey, thanks for joining us tonight. It's my mom. Oh, happy birthday to your mom. To your mom.
Mama.
Thank you, Paulo. Say happy birthday from us, mate, all the way from Australia and Netherlands.
Yeah.
So I read the latest Batman. I'm enjoying this Batman run a lot. I find some people don't have nice things to say about it, but I like the new characters and things. You don't read Batman at all, right?
I do. I was actually reading some of it. I think issues like 70 and 80. That run.
That was back with when Tom King was writing it, though. Did you like that? That's a good question, because a lot of people obviously hate Tom King's Batman. I didn't mind it, but there's some stuff that's like hard to understand.
Also, some things were like really dragged, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
But I was just getting it for Selena Kyle mostly.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I'm going to get to that eventually. But I guess the difference between Tom King and the current stuff is Tynan's Batman just to me feels like what a Batman comic should be. And because I started reading Batman only 2 years ago when Tom King was writing it, the thing that was cool was I didn't expect Batman to be what it was because Tom King wrote it very differently. I was like, the first story, I read The Wedding. That was the first Batman I read, and that's a weird issue to be the first comic book you read. But after that, the next 3 issues was like a court case drama. And I was like, this is different. I didn't expect this, but I kind of didn't mind it. This is just cool because it's straight out action-packed, punch 'em up Batman story. So I am enjoying this, and the art in it at the moment looks really cool. And it's heaps of cool characters. Like I love the Clown Hunter character. He's cool with punk, and he's Asian. He's like a Vietnamese kid or something. His name's like Bao, like a bun. And your Harley looks really cool. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the new Batman.
So you would recommend that if I would jump back into Batman, like?
Yeah, like so he started his run at 86, I think was the first issue. It's probably good to start because there was the Joker War, which was the end of it was like issue 94 to 100. That was like the Joker War. That was all right. But now, so probably starting from 101, if you don't care about the Joker War, if you start from 101, it's all right. It's about all these new characters and stuff like that. It's about Punchline, stuff like that. So I'm enjoying it a lot. But like
first Punchline.
Did you like that?
Yeah, I didn't read anything else with Punchline in it because I was hearing so many mixed reviews about Punchline. So I got the first issue and I liked it.
That's a little Peach Momoko Punchline variant.
Kawaii.
So I got that. I enjoyed the first Punchline. I think she's like a lot of people just bag out all these new characters. And for me, I just think they're new characters and I'm a noob, so I can follow them from the beginning. But like Mark said he's cutting Batman now because he's just like, he doesn't hate it, he doesn't dislike it. He's just like, it's the same crap that I was reading my whole life. Well, he enjoyed Tom King's Batman because he's like, it was so different. He'd never read a Batman story that was like that. So yeah, he's kind of over it now.
Yeah, but that's what a lot of comic book characters. It's like the same old.
Yeah, exactly. And then they reboot and then they just do the same thing again, right?
Yeah, same thing with the newer Witchblade. I realize it now by rereading the older stuff. I'm like, but this is exactly what they're doing also in the new one. So,
Okay. Any Witchblade with Silvestri art is awesome.
Silvestri is God.
All right. What is your next book that you have been reading?
Kabuki.
What is that? Oh.
Ooh, close up. So, speaking of Asian, like in the 90s, Asian characters were badass. I don't know how it is nowadays, but...
Is that... Wait a second. What is that book? What...
I bought it for the cover. I was like, oh, this looks nice. It's Kabuki, Mask of the North. It's by David Mack, and I'm reading it, and it's pretty legit.
Who published it?
Image.
Oh, okay.
This is 19-something. 1999.
David Mack. Yeah, I did. As soon as you opened it in black and white, I thought it was like an anime. Sorry, a manga. Sorry.
Your weeb was calling out.
Me? Come on, please. You're the weeb.
But this is the other book of Kabuki. Like, it's a whole different art style. Still same artist, same series. Okay.
Yeah, you just called me a weeb. Okay. So is that was that book the book is that like one story that starts and finishes, or is that just volume 1?
This is actually volume 3.
Oh, okay. I just jumped in the middle. How can you do that?
Because sometimes I see books on discount because it was like €5, and I don't look at the small number right here that says volume 3. So I just bought it, and I found this one in another shop. This is volume 2, and that's when I realized, oh, there's more.
But that one looked like it had like concept art. Was that actually story in there? That volume 2? It looked like an art book when you first showed it.
Yeah, it's very trippy. It's called Dreams.
How come that's in color and the other one's black and white?
Go ask him. Maybe he ran out of colors for volume 3. He just had his hands was hurting or something. I don't know.
Spidey, do you know him? Get us his contact details.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, here's some black and white for you to satisfy your needs.
Yeah, I don't necessarily like black and white, but it's interesting. I've got a couple of I've got like a what is it? The Crow and Razor. You know the character Razor?
No, but oh, maybe I do.
Probably you should like she's one of those like ones you would see crossover with Hack Slash and all that sort of stuff. There you go. Matt's, he knows everyone. He knows everyone. He knows all the artists.
Why did you do that in black and white? It was 1999.
Yeah, I bought the Crow and Razor, and it was just because they had hot covers, and I flicked through them. I was like, "This isn't black and white." Really bizarre.
Yeah, I have one book, or at least a few of them. I don't know if I have it right here, but I opened it last night, and it's also in black and white. I was like, damn. Shut up!
I feel kind of ripped off when you get a black and white book, and it's maybe if it's an old book you get it, but yeah. All right. We will move on. I read the most recent Red Hood. Boom. It's not called Red Hood Outlaw anymore. He's gone solo. At the issue 50 was actually really good. Issue 50, like he kind of wraps up the whole team, and then Artemis is like, "You don't need us anymore." And he's like, "Yeah, I don't. Go away." Hey, Brandon, what's going on? I shouted out your channel just before, just to make you happy, all right? So everyone go check out Brandon Armstrong here and check out his new Cyberpunk video. It's very, very funny.
Oh,
and
that's
check out check out his Among Us video, because I'm a superstar in that video, according to everyone. But you dig the black and white? That's cool. That's cool. Manga as well, because you're a big manga fan.
Anyone that says manga is like
manga.
Oh.
You dig manga, so that's all black and white. So all right, so yeah, so Red Hood, he's gone solo. He doesn't need a team anymore, and it's interesting. This first issue, not a lot happened, but it's interesting the way they've set it up. I feel like it's going to get real dark. Like it's about like this. He's moved into this sort of city just outside of Gotham, and there's all these like gang activity going on, and it just seems like it's going to get interesting. It seems like it could potentially get quite violent, this book. So I kind of think it's kind of cool. I thought they were going to change him back to the old look, but they haven't yet. He's still rocking the simple Red Hood look.
I only read him in the Three Jokers.
He was cool in that. I think that's a little bit more like the Red Hood series is kind of silly compared to, say, Three Jokers is very realistic in a way. In Red Hood, like dumb stuff happens. Like for example, the last story arc before they started this, there was like the Red Hood from the New 52 showed up, and there was like and then the Red Hood from now was, it's like, what the hell? So it's got weirdness in the Red Hood series, and I haven't read the New 52 one, but apparently they go to space and all that sort of stuff, if that's your jam. But yeah, I'm really excited to see where that goes and how the new Red Hood is going to be, because they also changed the writer. I think what I heard on a podcast was it Scott Lobdell was the previous writer, and apparently he's the only guy to ever write Red Hood. So now they've changed. So, I mean, yeah, like the only guy to ever write the Red Hood solo series. So now they've actually changed writers, and I'm interested to see where it goes. We've got some new people in the chat. Kachung, what's going on?
Ooh.
G'day, mate. Oh, mate, everyone's coming in now. Gore Vidal, what's going on? Black and white comics like Cerebus, Love and Rockets, Usagi Yojimbo, Lone Wolf from Cub. There's some classics in there. Strangers in Paradise. Strangers in Paradise. What's that on? I've heard that, and I don't know much about it. Three Jokers. Hey, Manny, what's going on, mate? Three Jokers is under Black Label. It is younger Keanu Reeves as Jason or even Red Hood. Maybe. I don't know if Keanu's bad boy enough. Jason's supposed to be like a,
bad boy enough. Have you ever seen Man of Tai Chi, where he plays the evil guy?
That movie was horrible. I did watch that movie. I had to see it. I had to see that movie when it came out. I was like, oh my god, it's Keanu Reeves. He's a bad guy, and he's like a Tai Chi kung fu master. Yes, please.
But Gore gave me some great recommendations last night, so thank you, Gore.
Gore always has good info to give to people. Yes, John Wick is the absolute man. I've got the John Wick comic. Yeah, it's the first. I just bought the first issue because I wanted to have it. I haven't read it. No, I'd rather read the
actual Keanu Reeves comic.
It hasn't come out yet. I've ordered it. Berserker. No, so it keeps getting delayed, is what I've heard. It's supposed to have come out maybe this month, but I heard it keeps getting delayed. And also, the word on the street is he wouldn't have really written it. It would have been just he would have been like, "This is my idea." Someone else wrote it and put his name on it, sort of thing. That's the rumor.
But is that really Keanu style?
Well, the characters definitely looks like it. I think they're sort of setting it up so they can just make a movie and he can play the guy, right? That's what it seems like. He has to kind of get shredded though. In John Wick, he takes his top off and he's getting old. Keanu, he's got a bit of a dad bod.
But it doesn't matter because it's Keanu Reeves.
That's right. No, it doesn't matter because Keanu Reeves. That's all right. All right. What's your next book?
Sorry, I just started thinking of the movie Point Break. Anyways, I am also reading this one. I'm finishing it up. Black Monday Murder. It's like a conspiracy book. It starts in like the 1930s Wall Street type of stuff. Rothschild is mentioned in it. It's kind of like the Illuminati and some sacrifices going on. But it's by, what's his name again? Hickman. He always have these pages in here that as soon as I see it in a comic, I tend to like.
Yeah, like Watchmen. It's like Watchmen.
Yeah, he also has that in a new X-Men book, or the ones that I've read last year, and I'm just like, he keeps going back at it. But I think the art is pretty nice. But the book itself, it's pretty legit.
Who published that one?
Image
as well. Okay. Yeah. So you should check out Department of Truth. Did you look into that when that came out recently? I
couldn't find the first issue because especially the one red cover that looks so amazing. Yeah. But I've heard some really good stuff about it. So when the trade comes out, I'll definitely jump into it.
The story was interesting. I didn't keep going though. It was just like, I don't know, the art was too much for me. Like, it wasn't that it was bad. It sort of suited it a little bit, but it just didn't grab me enough. Like, together, the art and the story wasn't enough to grab me. Like, it was good, and I used to love conspiracies. That was my jam. But yeah, I didn't keep going with it. There's an abstract studio book that began in the early 90s and ran over 100 issues. It is a misleading book suggesting slice of life, but.
Dun, dun, dun.
You're in bad direction when you don't see it coming. Oh, okay. Tell me more. I actually have a YouTube account. Right, you guys know so much, and I know so little.
Same.
But that book, again, is that like a volume 1 or volume 2 or a volume 10?
It is a volume 1. Because I read somewhere, or at least I was looking at the back and it didn't say the end. So it was like, oh, there's another volume, but there's also volume 2. So,
Okay. All right. So the next one, you might have interest in this one. All right. I was so pumped for this to come out. And if anyone in the chat has read this, I'd love to hear what you thought of the first issue. I've been so pumped for this, and I love Clayman. His art is just on point. I love his Selena Kyle in some of the Batman series. There's this it's towards the end of Tom King's run. Clayman did a few issues, and they're like on the beach together, and it's just some of the greatest art I've seen. The story was interesting. It kind of time jumps back and forth between all the I think it was like 3 separate things going on in the book. Like, there's one set in the future where Selena Kyle's old, and then I think there's a story about now, which is Batman and Catwoman doing their Batman and Catwoman thing. And then there's another story with Bruce Wayne talking to the girl from, what's that Batman animated? Someone help me out in the chat. Batman. What's that really famous Batman animation cartoon? Someone in the chat, please. They'll know what I'm talking about. Because it's the first, I think it's the first comic book appearance of the character that I'm thinking of. I've only seen that animated movie once. You know what I'm talking about? It's like the Mask of the Phantasm or something like that.
I don't know.
Mask of, hey, I got it. I said, that's what I said. I beat you.
Wow.
So it's got the character. There you go. They're all coming through now. Okay. So, yeah, it's got the character from that. So it's like 3 separate stories. So it's kind of confusing. Again, it's something that Mark would probably like because it's so different. I'm just trying to make sense of it. But the interesting thing is, I don't know if I won't do spoilers, but yeah, it was interesting. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. Some people hated it. I just thought, let's see where this goes. I enjoyed Batman Catwoman. It's important to read, though, Batman Annual 2 as the prologue where Bruce and Selina aged together and he died. I should. Oh, wait. I might have watched that one of yours, Gord, because you read that one, I think. I think I watched that video that you did of that because you read it out, and it was like a really touching story. And you know me,
I would buy that book just for the cover.
I bought all 3 covers. That's the best one though, for sure. I didn't realize it was free, so now I'm going to buy it. Now that I bought all 3 of issue 1, I'm going to buy all 3 of the whole series.
Oh, ka-ching.
That's right.
I do remember reading that in the Batman story where they were on the beach, as you said. And the only thing, while I was reading it, I only heard Careless Whisper in my mind, the saxophone.
All right, what you got next?
Almost finished. Volume 1 of The Invisible. I do have to say that I have to reread some of the stuff again because in the beginning, it's just like 2 characters that you see coming together and everything gets slowly explained. But then you get the somewhat entire group and that it just gets a bit confusing for me. So I do have to reread it. But also this is kind of like, cult movements and really 90s art. That's just awesome.
Is it from the 90s, that one? I've heard of Invisible, but I don't know.
I also...
Invincible.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I really have to reread it to understand it better, to be able to really talk about it. But there's some magic involved. Like he is first, like the main character, they call him also like Jack Frost, and he always says we instead of I. So, and he hangs out with this homeless person, or at least that the one helps him with magic. I don't know, it's kind of confusing to explain, probably not good enough, so maybe I should shut up and just reread it again, because it got really confusing after a while, for me at least, all these English words, and I'm like, damn, what the hell? Someone get me a dictionary. But it's cool.
Yeah, everything I read, I get confused, which is why actually I prefer indie book. Like when I read DC and Marvel stuff, I definitely don't know what I'm reading sometimes. That's why I really prefer reading indie sort of stuff. What's going on?
This is Vertigo, so that's technically DC, right?
Technically DC, yes. What's going on here? And if you Tom King said that you didn't have to read his Batman, okay. Hey, you know what? But you don't really have to read Batman Annual 2. You could check out Gore's video where he reads it to you. Cool. Hardest book to read, Morrison Invisible. Okay. Oh, okay. Did you know that?
No.
I thought, no, wait a second. I thought Matrix was meant to be inspired by Akira. That's what I heard. I haven't seen Akira just for everyone to be disappointed in me again.
It is the best anime movie out there, though.
I I don't know, man. I think DC is a little bit more adult than Marvel. Some of the Marvel stuff that I see, the cover looks great, and then you open the book and you're like, this looks like a book for 12-year-olds, and I can't get into it.
Or the cover looks so amazing, like Black Cat, the first issue. It had like the amazing Argent cover, and then you open it up, and the art is just so trash. It's like, oh my god.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's like I find there's so much Marvel books that I see where the cover's fantastic, and you flick through the book, and a lot of the Marvel books have a similar style where it's very cartoony. But it's okay to be cartoony, but it's a very almost Nickelodeon style cartoon, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, I don't feel it, and I don't like it. So I don't. Yeah, that's why I don't read a lot of Marvel. I'm sorry, Mads Party. Okay, it's your turn, I think.
Yes. So this is not a comic, but I will make a separate video on this, which is 20th Century Boys, Volume 1.
Is that a manga?
Yes. Also known as manga.
Okay, tell us
this is
manga.
probably the best manga I've read so far.
Really? You say that every time you review a manga. You say that every single time. You read the one about the cat, and then you read some other one about the cat, and it's like, this is the best manga.
Story-wise, this is probably like the best. Okay, it starts out with kids in school, and you know how active imagination goes. You know, you start to think about like, oh, like spaceships, and you blow things up, and oh, they will go to San Francisco, then they will go to London, and they even have this small image that they create. Let me see if I can find it in the meantime. Yes, I can. It's this symbol. However, when they are grown up, there's weird shit happening, like people are dying and stuff like that. And that symbol that they created as a kid is suddenly popping up everywhere. And it's an entire cult. And they're like trying to figure out who of the group that they were hanging out with kids is behind this. And they just can't seem to figure out. And in the meantime, some of the friends are also dying. But they leave small little signs. And then you have actually this guy, the main protagonist. He is like, he wanted to be a rock star, but it didn't really work out for him. So you might actually dig it because, you know, it applies to you.
I can relate.
Like he tries to get inspired, or at least he tries to get into the mood to figure out what's going on, and he grabs his guitar and starts rocking out loud, and everybody's like, oh, what's this noise? And oh, look, it's in color. Oh, let's not too long before you get banned or something. But it's a really good story.
Okay.
But more information will follow, I guess.
I'm thinking I should read it. I actually own a manga. I don't know where it is, but I bought the first volume to one of my favorite animes, which is called School Rumble. I just never read it, but I do have a manga, and I would like to get the first volume to My Hero Academia because I do love that show.
It's cute.
And look, at the end, I was actually saying this to someone today who asked me at my work who's really into mangas, and I was saying that because we're starting to tag her now in comic book tags on Instagram, and she mostly has mangas. She has some comics as well, but I was like, a manga at the end of the day is a comic book, right?
It is.
No? People in the chat, can we vote on that? Is a manga a comic book? Because I think it is. It's just a Japanese comic book.
Yeah, it's a different style.
You know what the funny thing is? I've got I had it out before. I've got a couple of anime comic books. So like My Hero Academia, there's 2 comic books that I got for a free comic book day. And the funny thing is they actually read all the anime cartoons that get turned into a comic book. They read the other way as well, the comic book, which is interesting. Here we go. Yeah. It's a graphic novel. Okay. Calm down, Mr. Brandon Armstrong, who's not into comics but thinks he knows everything. Manga me. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Manga, Japanese comic anime? Is it Japan? Yes. Yeah, I would say I would classify a manga as a just different style, might resemble more of a graphic novel. Yes, I guess it is more of a graphic novel because you don't really get single, like it is so quick to read a single issue of a comic book sometimes. It's you wonder why you spent so much money on it.
Right.
Right. All right. So the next one I've got is a trade that I read last night, right? I've been wanting to read this for so long. I wish I bought it when it first, because it's not that old, the series. And I just wish I got onto it as soon as it came out, but it didn't. So I've accepted my fate. I'm not going to collect the whole run. I'm just going to read it in trade. And that is Something is Killing the Children. Have you read it?
Yes. I have the Jenny Frizzle art cover for that.
Get the fuck out. You read the first issue?
No, this is the trade.
Oh, I was going to say.
I do remember, just like you, I remember it coming out and I saw this cover and I wanted to get it, but this was when I was still like into the superhero thing. So I was like, man, just leave it there.
It was the title that got me the first time. Like, I think about every month I'd see the issue come out. I was like, man, that seems like it would be good. And then I didn't get it. And then it just blew up. Everyone started talking about it. And then now I was like, okay, I need to read this. And it was really, really good. Yeah, I can't say no. So as soon as I finished reading, so it was good as well because I don't normally read trades, but it was good just to be able to knock out the first 5 issues. It was perfect. Yeah, it was perfectly put together to read the first 5 issues. And oh man, as soon as I got off, I finished reading it. I went to eBay and looked up the first issue because I want that prison cover so bad. I need it in my life.
But so, me personally, I didn't think it was that great as people say it is.
Okay, that's fair enough. It's not the best thing I've ever read, but it was really, it was like watching a movie, I think. And I just wanted to know, where it's going to go, and I stuck around for the ride till the end. Like, yeah, it just feels like this will become a TV show for sure, right?
Probably.
It just has that feeling. Did you freeze on me?
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Or maybe I was just what you were saying.
But yeah, I decided I'll probably keep collecting it in trade. I might actually buy volume 2 tomorrow when I go see Mark.
It's out?
And volume 2 just came out. It just came out. Yeah, like a week or 2 ago. Yeah, I'll pick up volume 2 and I'll read it in trade, but I'm gonna collect some covers that I like. But I really want that Jenny Frizzle first issue. I need it in my life. I might even buy a slab. I'll just pay it off. It's all good. But yeah, I really dug it. All right, what's next? One more, yeah? One more each?
Well, I'm already out of books, but
okay,
just for the fuck of it.
All right. That's not a book.
That's a game. Woo! The best game ever. No, not really in this series, but I love it. It's the new Yakuza game. It's game number 7. It's a whole different thing.
Can I ask you something? When you play that game, you play it in the English dub version or the Japanese?
Japanese.
I was gonna put money on you playing in Japanese. Because you speak Japanese, right?
Well, so, not fluent, but
my friend who you've heard speak Japanese, he plays it in Japanese. He plays it in Japanese, and he can fully understand it. So, yeah, I'd imagine that'd be quite interesting to do. Afterlife with Archie and Sabrina from Fuse was good. Okay. Yes. All right. So the last book I will talk about is what I read tonight. Actually, I figured because I haven't read much in the last month, I figured I should just keep reading. So I read Wonder Woman: Dead Earth. I think you talked about this in your video. Did you say? Yeah, I think you gave it a mention. And
yes,
it was one of those things. Everyone's been saying so many good things about it. And I remember when I was collecting this book, right? It's 4 issues. It was pretty quick read. I knocked it out. I'm really slow at reading. Like, I'm a real slow reader. I probably took just under 2 hours to read it, but you could probably knock this out a lot quicker. But I remember when I was collecting the book, every time I pick up an issue, I look at the art, and I really didn't like the art at all. Not a put me off, and I didn't want to read it. And then more and more people just kept saying how good it was, and it was pretty good. But the funny thing is, I think you mentioned in one of your videos that you haven't really read much Wonder Woman, right?
True. I'm looking for a good Wonder Woman book, but so many people recommend different things. And when you ask like a Wonder Woman fan, like I got recommended these books, no, those are not good enough, and it's really confusing. Like I do remember reading it back in the day, but the current stuff.
I think someone was telling me, I think Brian Azzarello might have written Wonder Woman quite well, and I really like Brian Azzarello. He wrote Faithless, and he wrote Batman Damned. He wrote my favorite book. So Brian Azzarello's Joker is my favorite book that I read. A lot of people might think I'm weird for that, but I really loved it. But yeah, so I'm the same. I haven't read any Wonder. I've got so many Wonder Woman books, but I collect her covers because
for the covers, yes.
I've never read a solo Wonder Woman book. So I've read Wonder Woman when she's in other stories, or she's in Justice League Dark at the moment, in the current Justice League Dark. I've read that sort of stuff. You've got the trade.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was that good, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fair. So Dead Earth was a really good story. Do you know the thing that happens in it? The weapon that she makes?
No.
So
I saw the book once, and
okay, I won't spoil it, but she basically uses her lasso. Do it? Okay.
Yes.
There's only that. I'll spoil it. So there's a part towards the end where, because Superman's dead, right? So so they're all dead. Everyone's dead. And she goes to Superman's body and she rips out his skull and spine. All right. So because he's lying dead there, she pulls out his skull, which is connected to his spine, and then she puts her lasso of truth in the spine, and she uses fucking Superman's spine and skull as a weapon. The
Skull of Steel.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool idea. I don't know who wrote it, but pretty cool idea. So yeah, it was pretty cool. The only thing I would say is, because now this is kind of like the one Wonder Woman book that I read, it's not the book to read to be that one Wonder Woman book, because it's nothing like anything else, I think. So it's really its own story, and it's kind of weird, but it was good. It was good. I just don't think that's a good Wonder Woman. Like, it's not a good book to introduce someone to Wonder Woman.
No. Especially art-wise.
Yeah. Look, it's funny because there were some panels that actually didn't look too bad, but overall, I wasn't feeling it. But the story was good enough to actually save the art in this case. I think that can happen too. I think sometimes art can put you off, but sometimes the story can. I'll give you another example. Deceased. Have you read Deceased?
Yes.
I do not like the art in Deceased. In fact, it got worse in the second one. Not the current one, but they did the I can't remember what the one with Jason Todd and stuff in it. The art in it, like, there's some panels that look okay, but majority of them, I was just like, this art is not great. And I don't really like being a judger of art. Whether I just like it or I don't like analyzing it. Like, I'm not an artist like Manny, who's there. He's an artist. I can understand when someone like him critiques art, but for me, I'm not an artist. I can't draw for shit. So I'm not gonna, I can just say, I can just say if I like it or not. But I find some people really get detailed about why they don't like specific art. So what's going on here? All right. Justice League Dark is my favorite with Wonder Woman. Yeah, look, I read the styling, maybe the first story arc of Justice League Dark that Tynan wrote, and Wonder Woman was very cool. And that book, I did not expect to like that book, and it was really good. I collected it up until I think Tynan left, so I still have to read and catch up on that, but it was really good. George Perez's Wonder Woman run from the 80s and Phil Jimenez's run are my favorite. She hasn't had a good writer in recent years. Evan Rucker's Rebirth was uninspiring. That's fair. Paul Mike in the house. What's going on, mate? Thank you for joining us. Oh, the what? George Perez is the best Wonder Woman run, the definitive run. Yes, that's the one that they recently released the, I think, facsimile for, I believe, is the George Perez one. Agree with you about hey, Stay Puff in the house as well. What's going on, mate? The king of the AOKs. Okay. That is our books that we have to talk about, and we've reached an hour already, so we'll wrap up soon. But no, not yet, not yet. We'll wrap up soon. But for the people in the chat, this is the part we want you, or I want you to participate in. I do a thing in a lot of my live streams where we do a random cover battle. So we just go cover against cover. We pull them up. You guys tell us which is the better cover. But since Sanimation was going to be my guest tonight, I thought let's not do a random cover battle. Let's do a sexy cover battle. So that is what we are about to do. So if you're watching, I'd love you guys to participate. All you got to do is say which cover you prefer. Now, don't think of it in keys and things like that. Try to think of it as if you saw this cover as just an art piece and you wanted that on your wall, which one you would prefer. All right. Try to think about it like that if you're voting. All right. So
which one would you bring with you to the toilet?
Yeah. So I don't know who does that kind of stuff in the toilet. Anyway, I told Sanimation bring some sexy covers. Now here's the thing. I can tell you guys straight out, I am no match for Sanimation. The AOK that Stay Puft sent you alone, any of those books would top anything that I've got, right? Because I remember you guys did that video together. I think was it on Puff's channel where you guys were all talking, were you all going crazy and talking about sexy covers and stuff?
And 25th anniversary.
And you were like, you should get Simple Simon to come, right? And I couldn't make it, but I watched that stream and I was like, oh, thank God I didn't make it, because my covers suck compared to all your sexy covers and Stay Puffs and Vigilante, and I was like, oh my God, yeah, I can't hang with you. So
you can.
I'm coming in as the underdog here for the sexy cover battle. So chat, we got 9 people watching apparently, so hopefully we can get a few votes from you guys. We are not all cover buyers like you knew. Hey, did you see what about tonight was about what I read? All right, I'm proud of myself that I read some books in this last week. Okay, cool. So first cover, random. All right, you got one ready?
You start.
Oh, you want me to go? Okay, how about we do this? I'll go first, then you, and then the next round you go first, and then the third round, because I know you're going to bring more fire than me. Hey, mate, this guy just in time. Escargo, what's going on, my brother? So Escargo, just to explain, since you just joined, where me and Sanimation are going to do a sexy cover battle. Mate, you showed up just on time. All you got to do is vote which art piece you would prefer on your wall. All right, that's how you think about it. All right, so the first one, funny, but I better get your vote. Huh? Sorry?
How do they vote? Because if they would say like Sanimation like S or Simple Simon S, we still don't know.
They would just say Sanimation or Simon. It's very simple. You can type more than one letter, Sanimation. All right, so it's Escargo. I swear to God, if I don't get, hey, Cillian, oh, you're in Ireland, so I was going to say it's past your bedtime, but he's in Ireland, and yeah, he won a t-shirt. He won a t-shirt in my giveaway. Congrats, mate. Escargo, I better have your vote for this one. All right, so this book, Escargo actually helped me get a good deal on this book, and it is a Wonder Woman book. And look at that leg! Oh my goodness, boys, let's make that big. Like, yeah, no, not that big. I'm talking about just make it big. So look at that. That's right. Escargo's got my back on this one. He helped me get this. He got me a sweet, sweet price. I really like this book. It is the Wonder Woman Italian variant. And look at that. Look at that position she's in.
Bellissima.
You don't have to be showing nakedness, Sanimation. I know you're just going to pull out nakedness, Cillian. You can't watch. But yes, that is my Wonder Woman sexy cover. Let's see what you got, Sana.
Okay. Well, mine is.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
All credit goes to Stay Puft. He gave me this in an AOK. This is one of the covers I really, really, really wanted.
Yeah, and using the cleave to get the votes. You know, it doesn't always have to be about the cleave. It can be just.
Yours is almost showing a peach.
No,
I'm
no.
just going for it.
That's an art germ, yeah, that one.
Yes.
I was gonna, because I've got the art germ one with the blood all over the cover. I was
Ooh,
gonna
yeah.
use that one, but I feel like the blood kind of takes away from the image. So
Wait, but you can
yeah,
open the thing, right? I have that
yeah,
one
but
too.
I don't like opening my books. Come on, let's be real.
It's the
Okay, so
PMS.
I can see that. All right, guys, calm down. Silly. Um, all right, so that's 1 for Sanimation, 2 for Sanimation, 3 for Sanimation. Anyone for some how do you say his name again? This guy go help me out with the artist. I can't it's with an M. Manara. All right, whatever, guys. Damn, she might have all the books I sent for this contest. Yeah, well, I knew I wasn't going to win. Hey, check it out. 1 vote for Simon. Yes, Aussie. Thank you, Werewolf. Tasteful. She doesn't need cleave. She needs some leg. She just needs some leg. Milo Manara. Thank you, guys. And thank you, Escargo, for the hookup on that book. I've really loved this book. But anyway, I knew I wasn't going to win. So you're next. You go first for the next round. So you got round 1. And I have no doubt that I'll lose every round in this against you. Yeah, wait, I got one more vote for me. Thank you. All right,
we're
go.
practically almost neighbors. You're from Ireland. I'm from the Netherlands. All right, so
Cillian is from Ireland.
well, sorry.
Escargo's in like Turkey.
Isn't it then supposed to be pronounced Killian?
Well, no, I would say Cillian. That's how I say it anyway. Killian, I don't think that's right. Anyway, show us some sexy cover.
Coming for that booty, and yes, Sean.
I knew it was going to be a Street Fighter one. Oh, wait, yes. Sorry. I'll make you big while you're making our viewers big.
Yes. She is airing that.
That is one. That is some ghetto booty right there. Oh, no, she's right. You are right. You said Killian. It's Killian. That actually does sound cooler, to be honest. Killian. I'm sorry I've been mispronouncing your name in my videos, mate. Yep. You're just bringing the Stay Puft goodness, aren't you? This whole...
Yeah. Bringing in the juice. So good.
It's funny. I told Sana to bring 3 covers, and she was like, 3 sexy covers. She's like, only 3? How am I going to pick?
Yeah. I was like, shit, now I have to decide.
All right. So I'm up against Cammy. So this one here, little lenticular cover. You can have her clothed or you can have her unclothed. Funny thing is that Cammy is based on Milo's cover of Spider. Yes. That famous Spider-Woman cover. Okay. So this is mine. It's a nice wraparound. It's White Widow. Oh, there she is with clothes. Wait, do you want to see her with skin? Wait, how do you make it work? Oh, there you go. Oh, bringing the transforming. And not only that, wrap around. You want the booty side? Oh, there's the booty side. Oh, there's the skin. I haven't read this because I've got issue 2, 3, and 4, but I don't have issue 1. And I'm not going to read this thing until I've got issue 1. But look, hey, some people like skin. Some people say you don't have to be showing skin to be sexy. So best of both worlds there. Some White Widow action. Huh?
I had a book of her in my hands before picking this one, but I was like, meh.
You had what?
I had a book of hers in my hand for the sexy cover, but I was like,
I've got another one. I just couldn't bother finding it. This was the first one that showed up. I was like, this will do.
Was it just here in Europe that it was released very confusing? Because number 1, as you said, wasn't released. There was like issue 3, and then a month later there was issue 5 or something, and then it was back to 2, and I was like, what?
Yeah, they come out like one issue comes out every 4 years or something like that. I didn't notice in the chat, but boom.
All right.
Yes. I won a round. I can't believe that. Well, that's exciting. I think I'm taking this one, unless a whole bunch of set. Going to use my pity vote for Simon. Yeah, that's right. Stay Puff.
Pity.
Right. My last one is really not that fire, to be honest. I wanted to have a Vampirella cover, and I chose this over the Art Germ just because the Art Germ had blood covering the image. So I wasn't going to take it out of the bag. Oh, yes, that was a clean. Oh no, Mad Spidey, you had to ruin it. Thank you. All right, so my last one is a Vampirella cover. So I've started to buy Vampirella covers that I like. I am waiting. I'm going to buy a Vampirella trade. I spoke to Jeff and asked him what ones I should read. I didn't realize so many good writers had actually written Vampirella. So I'm going to probably buy a trade. Puff probably could tell, or you guys in the chat could probably tell me what Vampirella run is good, because I do want to read Vampirella. Just the one book I read was not good. No. Anyway, this is a vamp. I can't remember the artist's name. It starts with an S, but that is my. So yeah, I've started to buy Vampirella covers, and I thought I'll just I need to use one, and this was just the most recent one I bought. I actually bought the Peach Momoko cover as well recently, which I've got behind me, but no, this is the one that was chosen, so I won't show you guys that. Let's make me big. Yes. Yes.
I really dig Lucio Parrillo, all his covers. It's amazing.
So I bought, I haven't got any yet, but I did buy, I think it's an upcoming one. It's like issue 15 of one that's coming up soon. So yeah, Escargo, he likes some of that. He's a big Perillo fan. I think Perillo might be Escargo's favorite artist. As far as I'm aware, my hand.
If anyone is familiar with rock music or metal music, there's a band from Italy called Lacuna Coil, and he painted Cristina Scabbia, and that one will be on the cover of January, I believe.
All right. I just all right. So what you got? This is the last sexy cover of the night. You better be bringing the heat.
Sorry, I was coughing. A quick sip. All right. Tomb Raider.
Yeah. Yep, that's a good cover. That's a good, again with the cleavage.
It's not that you mind.
I need a screen cap that. Simon is the best YouTuber. No cap. Hey, I know what no cap means. I learned that in Gen Z slang. Thank you, Killian. Huh? How about that?
Killian.
Yeah. Who does that cover again?
How am I supposed to know?
It's a super. It's was it Adam Hughes? Is it Adam Hughes or who does it? Adam Hughes. There you go. No, we got it. Adam Hughes. Yeah. I would like. I don't have many Adam Hughes covers. He does the current Black Widow stuff, but he hasn't done anything that's really killer yet on that new Black Widow run. But he's got some great stuff. Yes, and hey, look, look, everyone, here come the SANIMATION boots. Hey, Toaster 84's in the house. Thanks, mate, for joining. Yes, okay. I would have given it to you too. I would have given you that. Wait, what did you have for the second one? Oh, you Cammy, yeah.
And
Paul Mike gave me a vote. Yes. Oh, going for Mad Spidey too, but no, I don't think I can compete. There's too many SANIMATIONs there. Yeah, you can tell the people who voted me, they're more into the butt than the cleave. I think that's how I got the two votes.
If they were into the butts, they would have voted for Cammy.
That is true too.
But they probably wanted
mine had like side boob and butt. My White Widow one, side boob and butt. All right. Well, that was the cover battle. That was the I think most part had the most what's the word I'm trying to look for? Participation from the chat of any of the random cover battles I've had. So maybe from now on, I don't do random cover battles. Maybe it's always a sexy cover battle. I think that might be
finding there's quality on your channel. This is the way.
All right. Well, we'll wrap it up in a minute, but thank you everyone for watching. Yeah, I had fun hanging out. Sana, thanks for coming on, and we'll definitely hang out again and you were very well behaved today, I must say. I was panicking. I was like, oh no, Sanimation's coming on. It's gonna be chaos.
Well, I know that you have some kids watching, so I was like, ah.
Nah, okay. Killian's right. He's 14. Killian's 14.
Well, fuck.
Calm down. Because Killian, he won the T-shirt in my giveaway, and I wasn't sure. So, you know, everyone who does giveaways, they're always like, you got to be over 18. I've never said that because why do you have to be over 18? So he won, and I started to think, oh wait, I better make sure that he's allowed. So, Cillian, I will still send you a video message because I know you said your mum said it's okay, but I need to make sure that she definitely said that. You learned my name this stream, I did. So, Killian, mate, you're only 14, mate. You're a fan for life now, right? All right.
Irish people and Scottish people are hilarious, by the way. Compared
Irish
to
people are great.
It's like
Irish people are great, and
they got a good sense of humor.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you, Firehawk, new subscribers, old subscribers. Oh, another thing, for people watching, if you haven't, in my giveaway video and a post I made on Instagram recently, I want to do a Q&A video. So if you guys have any questions, don't write them in the chat. Maybe leave them in the comments after the video is finished, because I can't see the chat after the video is over. But yeah, I want to do a Q&A video where you can ask me anything. So send me DMs in, on Instagram or in the comments of this video, because yeah, I really you did a Q&A video I think a while back. Yeah, I remember that, and I was like, who does this chick think she is? She's got like 100 subscribers doing a Q&A video, and then you had all these questions. I was like, okay, cool. I thought I had to wait till I had a certain amount of subscribers to do this, because I thought no one wants to ask me anything. So I have had
I was like, what did I do? Did I just embarrass myself? But yeah, there were some questions coming in. Mostly from men, though, because women hate me.
I'm pretty sure I asked you a question as a joke, and you still put it on there, I think. I'm pretty sure I asked you a question just as a joke to poke fun at you, and you still answered it. I was like, I was just joking. Thank you, Paul Mike. Thank you, Paul Mike. Just don't ask. That's right. Do not ask how old I am. That is YouTube's best kept secret. Gonna check out. So yes, Sanimation, for you guys who are new, Firehawk, or anyone else who doesn't know Sanimation, check it. Her link is in the description below. So click on that now, hit that sub button. And she's a funny lady, but she has no filters. So if you get offended easily, I wouldn't watch her stuff.
That's how we do it in Europe.
That's right. Okay. Before I go, Sana, what do you have coming up on your channel? Anything exciting? Anything new?
Well, I think just my presence on its own is already exciting. But aside from I want to do the tag thing that you tagged me in.
Yes.
Thanks, mate. Some stream is coming up. I'm just still putting it all together, but I don't know when that is. It could also be happening in 2 years from now. I don't know. But for sure...
your movie talk streams, because so for people watching, I hadn't seen Sanimation do many videos, so I went past the channel just to check it out, and some of her movie talk streams have reached like 7,000 views. I was like, what the hell? And a whole bunch of your Sanimation ones have reached like, a lot of views.
The Tomb Raider one reached like 6K views, and I'm like, what the hell? Because in that stream, I am talking so... like, I'm saying stupid shit, like, oh no, it's because I'm horny, I'm talking about this. Like, what the fuck? I reached 6K views. Maybe it's because of that. Maybe that's a trick.
Yeah, absolutely. You got that clickbait going on there.
Well, I didn't put it in the tags, though. Horny bitch from the Netherlands.
All right, and on that note, we'll wrap it up. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. This was fun, hangout. So I'll have to do it again with Sana. Bring her on again because she was just begging. She was like, "When am I going to be on your channel?"
Yeah, he was begging me last week to marry him, by the way. But I'm not sure if he's for real because he has already like 2 girlfriends.
Every time I do a stream, with someone, you message me going, "When am I getting invited?"
Because you said when you started the whole streaming bullshit, oh, you'll be like the first guest I'll have on for sure. And you've already done like 1,500 streams, and I'm like, where the fuck am I at? I'm still here in the Netherlands. It's lonely. God damn it.
All right, you know what? Oh, look, we lost her. No, we lost her. Bye, Sana. All right, cool. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for hanging out. I started YouTube, and I nearly. Oh, really? Okay, I got to check out your channel, Killian.
Killian, we're coming for you.
That's right. All right, guys. Thank you for watching,
Great.
and next time, keep it simple. Do you have an outro? You just do that. Okay. Goodbye.
What am I supposed to do then?
I don't know. There you go.